Hey guys, welcome back. It's Grimreaper coming at you for another video for Raidshadowlegends. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're looking after yourselves and having a great week, I guess. So hopefully this week is going to be a bit more busy within Raidshadowlegends. I might drop another video later on this week just to cover all the events, etc., and what my personal thoughts are on what's going on in Raid and the way that Raid is going to go forward, etc. And hopefully we'll find out some more information on the fusion and also the new mythical, which I'm excited to see. It looks really, really cool. Hopefully we can maybe attain this mythical somehow. Personal thoughts on the duo for HYDRA, for the new duo, which will be the fusion. I actually think they're going to be really strong in HYDRA generally. I don't know what factions they are at the moment. I think maybe a Sacred Order or something like that, or maybe they're not being released into the game yet. Yeah, they're not being released just yet in the game. But I think they actually look really solid in HYDRA together, which would be pretty cool with like the ally attack, with the 80% chance with sniper on a double hitter with weaken and defense down on all heads. Double hitters as well, gonna hit hard, ignoring defense, etc. If the multipliers are good, could be worth our time. Obviously there will be blessings, etc., available for probably both champions as well known raid. So let's get into today's video. I wanted to go over my new team for brutal. Sorry, not for brutal, for hard HYDRA, and I kind of wanted to showcase the team today. Now, going ahead showcasing the team, I'll explain all the rules in a second, and this is generally not going to be like the final team. So if you guys are new to the series, I'm trying to get all my teams to 1 billion plus after the update. At the moment, my target is to get both my teams, all three of my teams, up to 500 million. I think it's just Nightmare that's 500. Brutal is just lacking a little bit, so we'll make some tweaks next week. But hard is generally quite behind. I do need to change this team, but I will generally kind of show you guys what my thinking was behind this, right? So I wanted to drop decreased speed to see if decreased speed would have any problems for me or anything like that. I generally think we was missing decreased speed this week, and this is where I'm going to make some changes for next week. So we have RIMEHIDE, who came in to my teams. That's the first time me really using him in HYDRA. He's always been a solid champion in HYDRA, but he's got the veils, the block buffs, increased defense, can fairly do some good damage as well. And then we got MITHY UKKO, who's a strip and the block buff champion. Then we have LYDIA, who is built for damage in a hex set and also bringing that 6-star Christian Rem. And then we also have a attack up champion, but also a HE Burns and a Provoke coming in for our HIVELORD, and then Salad build for that damage in 6-piece Slayer because it's an AoE on an E1. Which is pretty good. It's also the increased speed champion as well as LYDIA, and also UKKO is the revive. And then we have the Orc right coming in as our main DPS. I will be changing this team slightly, so I think for next week we'll probably drop UKKO for Krisk, I think, because he's got the defense down, ally protection, the speed, etc., which I could generally think will be quite good. And then I think potentially I would drop Salad for Monkey for the block boss and strip, just to be a bit more consistent in that area. Anyway, I'm going to let this team run through. I'm going to show all the gear, etc., and I will talk about the final results. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think is the highest DPS in this run, and it might be quite surprising. Some of you guys might actually get this as well. So you can see here, this is the final result coming in. We have a good amount of damage across the board. You can see here, this is why I want to drop UKKO and Salad. I was expecting way more damage, if I'm honest, from him. So that'll be something we'll probably look at. Maybe it's a Slayer set that just didn't do its duties. Maybe that's the problem here. But I think Sungwon here and Chris here would be a bit more better. And I think everyone else is generally quite fine. I can't really drop HIVELORD because I really need him for increased attack, unless we drop Ironhide for like a Duchess. But then I think then we'll probably lose even more damage, because he's actually doing quite a bit of damage behind my head. 25 million. Now he is 300 speed. That's why he's probably not doing as much damage. We want Veils to go up. But for the utility and what the utility brings, I feel that's fairly strong. And maybe we can juice it up a little bit more, etc. So not too bad for the first try. It is an auto run as well. So I do lose a bit more damage running on auto. So it'll be with something that we'll probably look at for next week. So let's have a look at the gear then. I didn't add in any protection sets. I'm kind of curious where to add the protection sets and the protection and what else do you call it? Ferald, right? Because we have Mighty UKKO and Provoke. We have the Hex here, so potentially we need to try and get some protection sets, 9-piece protection sets, which could be interesting. And yeah, it would be something we need to kind of look at to increase the damage. Maybe it's just too many damage dealers, and bringing a bit more utility would be the way to go. So let's have a look at the gear and stats. And we got A-Force coming in at 287 speed, 260 critical damage, good accuracy, extra ignore defense, and 6,563. Fairly good stats. Is in a 6-piece lethal, kind of running a bit low on the S tier stats for him. He's not booked, unfortunately, which is probably also holding back when it comes to his damage. Same in the second form, is also not booked. And he's on the masteries that we generally run him in, which are mainly HYDRA focus. And then for blessings, we have gone with cruelty. Cruelty is super important across the board. Then we have a RIMEHIDE here in a 6-piece merciless, which is where I'm trying to get the cooldowns as much as I want. You can see the speed coming in at 316, one in the fastest with Veils. Critical damage coming in at 276. I probably actually don't care about accuracy. I think that just kind of come with the build. Very good defense, and then survivability, of course, which is going to be super key. And you can see here, these are the stuff that we're using on him. Probably will keep him in this build because I like the idea of running the merciless to get the cooldowns a bit more. But I think Chris could be slightly better to extend his fails a bit more, to kind of work on like chalk and cheese, right? Which generally will be quite good. Then we have our provoked set here on Mighty UKKO, which is probably something that will change. I kind of don't feel he brought in a lot of utility, but mainly just focus on speed, survivability, and accuracy on the main two, and a bit of refresh as well to kind of get a two a bit more. It wasn't really playing out, and the provoked set didn't really do much. So this is it as well. That definitely will be something that we'll tweak. And then who else did we bring? Lydia. Okay, Lydia is in the Hex set. So next week, maybe we'll bring in Chris in the Hex. I think that's what we'll do. And then I'll bring Lydia in the 9-piece protection, or even maybe 9-piece in Ferald. If I have any, we could potentially check in second. I think both sets will be very good on her. These are her stats overall. Being a +4 fully awakened allows me to build really good damage on her as well. So maybe that's something we'll work on a bit more. We could definitely drop this accuracy by quite a bit. So accuracy could be dropped. Really good critical damage over the board. Attack could be a bit better, but also we are missing quite a few stats. Fire, oil, etc. Crushing Ram is the blessing I went with. Potentially Natural Wrath could be a better blessing for her. That might be something also worth testing as well, since this came out recently. I guess we can check if we have any Feralds. I think it was just a 1-piece. Let's see if there's anything equipped. So Ferald I don't think is doable. protection looks like it might just be doable. There's definitely some stuff down there. You can see we've got plenty of refresh, so that would be something that potentially the swap might be quite good to do. Who else did we need to show you guys? Salad, who Tiras, and just generally use Salad because I like Salad in HYDRA. But potentially didn't do much. Maybe it's just I got a bit too slow. So we've got accuracy, so his A1's AoE, critical damage coming in at 331, speed 250, and then really high attack. Again, I think it could be a bit better if I'm honest. And generally that might be the way we subbed him out. I didn't want to change his blessing, but basically should have gone cruelty, I think, is the way to go for him there. You can see these masteries are very old still from the old Thunder team that was running. So definitely maybe Sprite's definitely not the one you want. Then we got our Bloodmore, who is starting to win me over. I'm starting to slowly and surely book out a second form. I just need a couple of books. I think I've only got one book still. Yeah, so we'll book her up when I can, which makes sense to do it. So we're just trying to book out this ability and this ability here. She doesn't need any in the passives or anything like that. Probably need her to start losing a bit of HP, so increase the damage maybe. That could be something as well, and increasing the buffs on her as well. That could be something as well, and trying to bring in an ally attack. We do have Lanica, so I think that's the only option that I have, because Lady M and Cardio, who are probably my best two ally attack champions, are in Brutal and Nightmare overall. And then I think we've shown everyone, right? Like APHIDUS we've shown, Lydia we've shown. Yep, I think that's pretty much covering everyone. Yeah, I think they definitely could be better. I might have a look at a few of my clan mates as well. I do have potentially try out a Venus and Cubulus comp as well, because I do have a Venus and Cubulus available. So it might be something we'll try. Maybe could be quite interesting one. Maybe you can see here, like in hard, most people are still trying to run Trunda. Most of the champions I've got here are actually in other teams, so definitely could be better. You can see here for my brutal team, I'm actually one of the highest ones. Just missing the lack of the champions, I think, could be a problem for myself. Anyway, that's it for today. Hopefully you enjoy it. We're on the road to 500 million, and then on the road to 1 billion. We'll get there. Let me just show you the progression on my Great Hall before I let you guys go. You can see that their speed is nearly done, and then probably will go maybe for survivability, because I don't really run revivers. So I think that's probably the next way where I go. Anyway, guys, I'll let you guys go now. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. I've been Grim. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.